We talked about how surfing as a sport is always evolving, but one place that has seemingly plateaued is in the area of equipment. The polyester tri-fin board is what you'll see in virtually any championship tour heat. Modifications to that basic backbone of competitive surfing are really rarely seen. So for Heat 4, we're asking, will the typical board used now on tour be obsolete in the next 10 years? Ross, you're up.
I think it will. I know it's a pretty big call, but in terms of materials, here's the goal. You want, as a surfer, especially on a tour, something that's always lighter, faster, and nowadays more sustainable and more durable. And I think the future is going to be in different materials. You know, it's not going to be polyester with the old wooden stringer. It's going to be something that's going to last for 1 or 2 years. You know, that's the biggest hang up for guys like John and all these guys on tour is their boards get smashed after like 5 sessions because they're trying to have it lively, light, flexible. So I think carbon is where it's at. I think carbon's the future of surfing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with you, Ross. Look, we haven't seen a big change since 1981. Surfers are so precious when it comes to equipment. They're not going to go out and just do R&D in the off season where they're just like going nuts on, okay, this is going to be the board, because as soon as they go out in the heat and lose on it, that thing's in the bin. You talked about weight and stuff like that. There's people on tour that make their boards heavier. Chloe Andino doesn't like a really light board. And then you go into the epoxy realm, and when they come in like solid heavy waves, the epoxy's too light, doesn't sit in the water. So I think the polyester and the stringer and 3 fins is probably going to last another 50 years. Look, I'd love to see change. I'm actually riding a twin fin at the moment, which I'm totally in love with, but I don't think I would ride it in an event due to the fact that there's just too many variables.
Yeah, I think you're tripping a little bit here, Mick, just because I mean, even if you just go on the back of sustainability and durability, I mean, polyester boards are you know, they're horrible. They don't age well at all, and that alone is a deal breaker for me. I'm sure it's been irritating for you over your career too, Mick, where you have this magic board and you're like, okay, this thing's going straight into the closet because, you know, you need to keep that precious board on ice. Everyone does that, and they still do it. I mean, imagine if you had the magic surfboard and you could just smash that thing, do huge errors on it, land on a nose, no pressure dings, nothing. The durability thing to me is huge. And again, I think that is in carbon. Carbon's is light, it's strong, and you can also play with weight. You can always go up in weight. That's not an issue.
Look, I love the fact that, you know, we're looking for cleaner possibilities rather than polyester. It is horrible for the environment. But yeah, as I said, I still feel like surfers are just so precious when it comes to equipment. Until something comes along and say one of the top surfers just blows everyone out of the water with this new equipment, they're not going to change.
I will say the best I've ever seen John surf in small waves is the last few months on these Dark Arts surfboards. They're carbon wrapped. They're super high tech, and I've never seen them go faster. So this year we'll see some of this stuff come into play.
Well, let's see it. Change the world, John.
I like it. That was a great one, and all 4 of the world's best getting creative with their equipment.